Yes, we are doing silage. This one would be better placed to explain because I'm mentoring him.
Then let him do it.
Yes, please. Can you explain?
Introduce your name and what you do and which class, and tell us who you are and the father, and then you start telling us this.
Hello, my name is Ryan Webby. My dad is called Enoch Webby, and we have been done silage making. We have mixed together maize, sorghum, and millet, and we have been putting them inside the silage bags, mixing and adding inside molasses. We have been doing it for about 3 days. Now we have come to an end, but there's just a little bit more remaining. You can see the silage bags are here. We were making them all by ourselves, and you can say that if you, no matter how small you are, you can do big things. Like I remember 5 people just used a whole day making one of these, but we make this, all of them, in just 3 days.
What made you make them? What did you do differently? Because 5 people were making this and you own 3 and you're just a young boy. What is it? How did you do it so that you make such a good volume of silage?
Confidence.
Confident. Being confident. And which class are you?
I'm in standard 6 and I'm 11 years old.
Good. Standard 6. Which school?
Cresde King Primary School.
Where is that situated?
In Kandui town.
Good. So, why are you doing this silage?
Just to stay home busy, not go out there, do bad things or stay idle. Because an idle mind is the devil's workshop.
Do you think some people go out there, some your age, they go out to do bad things? Have you noticed that?
Yes.
They're there. What bad things do they do?
They go, like some boys and girls go and do bad things and by themselves. Others even steal to get food instead of just doing busy work. And even if you are at home doing work, you can also earn money, no matter how small.
But somebody told me that Daddy was forcing you to do this work.
No. I just decided to help him because you see, I'm getting big and he's getting older.
Wow.
I'm getting stronger, but he's getting weaker.
So this is succession management.
Yes.
You want to succeed, and where he failed, you succeed, isn't it?
Yes.
Hey, you are hearing succession management here, and it is self-propelled. In one of my videos, I'm saying self-mentoring. This is a confident boy. He says he sees what his father is doing, and he wants to pick it up. The father never comes with a whip. What can you tell other boys of your, like this time of corona, the boys of your age, advise them. They are sitting at home with their parents or whatever. What message do you give them? I know you are going to give us more in your videos.
I just want to tell them that right now during this pandemic, as they are just seated at home, they shouldn't stay. You shouldn't stay idle, because if you stay idle, you'll find yourself going out doing bad things that are not recommended. So you must stay home, help your parents, or even if you work, you can help them get more money.
Good. Why money? Why do you need money?
Because right now, small ideas can make big things change.
Okay. So you need money for what?
For helping them getting food.
So this silage is for what? What are you going to use it for?
This silage is for feeding the cow, and because the type of cow is very good, because the mother can barely, it can almost produce 30 liters per day. So
wow.
if we feed it very well, it can also make this zero grazing a very big source of income.
Tell me, is that a mattress?
Yes, that's
what mattress is that? Is it for, why? Is it your idea? Why mattress?
Because first of all, before we put the mattress, it was just sawdust, and we saw that when the cow tries to sit down, it pushes off the sawdust and hurts the knees. You see, then it will start just sitting down in the dirt and cement, and at night when it's cold, the cement can make the cow sick and get anemia or some sort of diseases.
And even reduce the production of milk.
Yes.
Okay. Are you planning to give it music?
Yes.
Music.
How?
How? Ask your dad.
Yes.
And that will tell you that when he was young and when I was young,
Yes.
and we are in the farm, oxen, we sing for the oxen so that the oxen can work hard. Music soothes them. I'm thinking that even these cows, if we can try to give them some music, and later on, earphones.
Yes.
When you are coming to milk and you give the earphones, that music soothes and the body relaxes, and then the milk is
released.
Now that I can see you are so creative, can you start thinking about that?
Yes.
You will come here. Have you ever whistled?
Yes.
And when you whistle, how does the cow react?
It relaxes.
It relaxes. Now that whistling is music.
Oh.
Now if you can now extend it and even lullabies, you see?
Yes.
Then you sing dogo and all that. You see it relaxes, and when it relaxes, it relieves the stress, and then the milk
Comes out.
So on top of that mattress, you're making it comfortable so that the stress in the body is removed, right?
Yes.
Then you add on the music. Those 30 liters, you never know, might double to 60.
Yes. Thank you
Good.
so much, Ryan. Yes.
Yes. Good.
Along the way for shortage of silage bags.
Okay.
Silage is there.
So this is the cow.
This is the animal.
This is the animal.
The animal, as I said, I'm just beginning dairy farming.
Yes.
I'll be adding more.
Okay.
I'll be adding more. Maybe by December, I should be having another.
You'll
animal.
capture the mattress on closer whatever,
Should be
at
having
closer range.
Another animal.
What was Brian will show you there. Okay.
Yes. Ryan, come. So this is a small place. I am the reason why I decided to have dairy farming
Yes.
is that this area here is highly populated,
Yes.
and it is semi-urban.
Yes.
So I believe that there is market, and I tried. I had an animal here, and there was very huge demand. My very first neighbor wanted 18 liters per day, and I could not supply. So that's why I decided to go for a better animal. This one, I believe, from the history, I got it somewhere from a very renowned farm. So I believe that the production will be a bit high. So I only need to add more animals because there is huge market for milk around this area. So that's why I went for dairy farming. Then from my background, my father is a dairy farmer.
Yes.
He has been supplying a number of institutions in Bungoma County.
Okay.
Bungoma Referral, Webule, Lugulu, then Kitinda.
Yes.
So from that background, like father, like son,
That's right.
I had to also do some dairy farming.
So the cow dung.
The cow dung,
Mm.
I have a pit there. Majorly I'm using it for manure,
Yes.
but I intend to do biogas.
Wonderful.
Yes.
You
I
see,
intend to do
yeah.
biogas.
Uh-huh.
Then I've also been thinking about, I think I almost shared with you, I'm planning to do maggot farming.
Maggot farming.
Maggot farming.
Okay.
Because with the cow dung, you can get a lot of maggots.
Yes. Yes.
And from the maggots, now I can feed my
Yes.
poultry.
That's right.
Because protein is one of the most expensive sources of food for poultry. So I believe that with maggot farming, I'll have enough proteins.
It loves
feed
me.
for- Yeah, it's a
kissing me.
it's a very friendly animal.
It's kissing me.
Yeah. So that is how I intend to link the two, dairy and poultry farming, apart from biogas.
So Enoch is telling us that he has big ideas, and with Ryan around, they can do it. He's telling us that cow dung, currently they use it for organic manure. But he has a plan to make a biodigester, and when he produces, when he puts that dung in the digester, he will produce biogas. And the biogas, one, it will be for cooking. The biogas will also be for lighting. And when that slurry that remains behind after the gas has been produced from the biodigester, that slurry becomes even now better organic manure because all the bacteria have been burned. So he's actually going scientific. This fresh manure has got some, bacteria, so they can also affect the crops. But when you put it into the biodigester, one, you use it for biogas, and you say goodbye to Kenya Power. But then what remains behind is the better organic manure. You just maybe mix it a little bit with DAP and you are up there. So you know he's going towards that direction, that it becomes circular economy. He's not wasting anything. He feeds the cow from that silage, from the farm. The cow produces cow dung. Cow dung goes into biodigester. Biodigester produces organic manure, and the manure goes back to the farm, so it becomes no waste. And it probably is telling us later that this agro waste is going to make charcoal briquettes. So that again, the heating and all that. So this is already at the embryo stage, is doing it. I'm sure when you come here 6 months, there will be a change. It will be something that to learn from.
Thank you. Yeah, so this one here is homemade molasses block.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay,
Block.
how do you make now this homemade? Or you want to explain?
Right. You want to explain? Let me explain.
Yes.
So this one, I used cement, then cotton seed cake, sunflower. Then I also used normal salt. And for dairy animals, you can use super maclick. So you mix all those together with the molasses. Of course, the molasses has to be mixed with some water, a ratio of around 1 to 4. So when you mix that one with maize germ, then you put in some urea. Because you know, when this animal eats proteins, they are converted to some form of urea in the stomach. So when you mix with the urea, for dairy animals, that urea, part of it is what now produces milk. So the urea has to be put very carefully in some ratios. Otherwise, too much of it is also dangerous to the animal.
Okay.
So when you mix that, then you put it in a tin. I used a tin to just give it shape. Then you mold it slowly down. You put them. That's the way we normally prepare bricks. You put them down, bricks. You mold them. Then you leave them to dry. So after around 2 weeks or so, this is what you will come up with. And I can assure you, if you have a dairy animal and it leaks this one, you are assured of at least an increment of from a cup to over 3 liters of milk. That one I tried it. It works miracles. This one I've tried it and it's very good. Now, when you do that, you realize it is also economically viable. You can also sell the same. Because one block can go at around 1,200 if you are to buy. But with the same 1,200, you can make several blocks. So with the time, I believe I might start selling these blocks. Because they are better than the maclicks that we are buying from the shops. That's what I came to realize. So I basically use this as my salt. And I realized that it is more nutritious because it's me who determines the ratios, and it is good.
You had it, something I had forgotten to put. Enoch tells us that part of your manure, he wants to use a black soldier fly or maggot.
Yes.
He wants to breed the maggot that will be now feed for the chicks. And even those droppings, I'm sure that Enoch will put a fish pond, small fish pond, near the chicken.
Yes.
So that the droppings of the chicken drop in the fish pond, and that becomes a food for fish. Yes. When he takes the fish and removes the gut of the fish, it goes to the biodigester to increase the gas in the manure. So you can see he has big plans and is looking ahead. He has an objective.
Yes. Thank you.
All this is the...
Yes.
Those are the yellow one?
No, these ones
Yes.
are the white ones. The yellow ones are on the main farm. The other side.